Good morning. Hello, everyone. I am so thrilled to be joined by the fabulous Christina Britton. I just can't believe it. I'm trying to calm myself down so I don't overwhelm her with my excitedness. But yes, and of course, we have the lovely sock Marionette with us again. We're so happy that you could join us again. So thank you.
Princess wave.
Yes, please, the princess wave. And I just want to apologize for being so late. I was just telling the gals here that it's raining cats and dogs where I live, and I had to drop off my little preschooler, which we have to walk into the building, which is just a whole thing. And then I have two other boys that go to an elementary school where everyone did kiss and ride today. So the line was way down the street. So I apologize for being so late, but I just couldn't be more excited to be here. I tell you. Oh, I'm so thrilled that you could join us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Man, we are just going to talk about all the things, and I just can't wait to talk about your upcoming release and just all your books. But before I do anything else, I want to just check in the chat here and see who we've got so we can say good morning. Good morning, Paige. Oh, Kristen, good morning. Oh, they're such a lovely group. I was just telling Christina this. Everybody always says good morning to each other. Oh, and there's Sock helping out. Yes, thank you, Sock. Something about a something. You weren't too vague there, right?
Well, I didn't want to tell tales out of school.
Sure.
I only spill the beans about important stuff. When it comes to like little things, I'm like, oh, did she want me to share that or not?
Sure. I totally get that. And to tell you just again, here's your fearless leader here who's leading this discussion this morning. Because of all the rain, we had a rose bush right in front of our sidewalk that sort of just fell over. Oh. And that was another thing. We all got stuck in a rose bush coming back.
Well, these red things are actually roses up here.
Oh my gosh. See, it comes full circle. Look at you.
So I am stuck in a rose bush of my own making. Well, I didn't make
You're doing it well, and we did not.
Oh, I'm sure you guys rocked that rose bush.
Oh, it was something like that. Oh my gosh, I tell you. Nicole is here. Good morning, Nicole. I'm wrapping up One Night with You today. I wasn't that impressed, but then chapter 16 happened. Oh, Nicole, exciting. Good morning, Molly. Shield of Sparrows. That sounds intense, Molly. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon, Dee. Dee is joining us from Ireland. I try to always remember. I know. We've got people all over the world coming to join us today. Good morning, Terry. And hello, Megan. Oh, and Barkity Bark, says Wyoming and Silly.
Barkity Bark. I don't have any of my little stuffed dogs handy.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're all at the bar.
I'm sure that Silly understands. And hello, Ijatu. She's in the UK, so good afternoon, Ijatu. This is lovely. Well, Christina, I'm just so excited. I just keep saying that. And okay, I'm going to let you talk, I promise. But I just want to say, and I think I've told you this before, I've just enjoyed everything that you've ever written. But this one especially just has my heart. I just had to tell you and just thank you so much for writing it, because we're doing, so our little community, we're doing 12 Recs by 12 friends. Oh. And I definitely added this, and there's even more people that are going to be reading it, and I'm just so excited.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just so excited. I'm going to calm down. Oh, Stacy, good morning. And hello, Angela from Oklahoma. Oh my heavens. And Caffrey. Is that Caffrey in the picture? What a cutie.
Stacy's picture looked like she was in front of the Winchester Mystery House.
Get out! Stacy, is that true? That's very exciting.
I could be mistaken, but it's very similar.
She'll have to tell us. Well, okay. So Christina, Emily's here too. Goodness, there's people just joining left and right. Hello, good morning. Okay, I promise I'm going to calm down and I'm going to let Christina talk. I'm just so excited. So Christina, let's start with one of my favorite questions to ask, which is, what made you want to become an author?
You know, this is the funniest thing, because the other day, one of my friends who I text like every single day, she asked the same thing because she was trying to figure it out for herself. And I actually had a chance to sit and think about it ahead of time. And I was like, I don't know any particular reason. It's just always been there, you know, like this need to like create, and creating these like little worlds. Even when I was a kid, I was always kind of making up stories. And then when I was 13, I bought my first historical romance novel, and that was it. You know what I mean? So young, right? Because my youngest is just a little bit older than that, and to me, she's a little young. So,
Isn't that funny?
but ever since then, you know, like when I was 14, I started trying to write my own, but it was always just like this thing in me that I just wanted to do. I can't even pinpoint it. It's really strange.
I love it. I know you may not remember, but just out of curiosity, do you happen to remember what your first romance novel was that you read?
I do, and it's and I remember where I was. I remember very distinctly where I was when I picked it up off the shelf.
Get out.
I was at, like, I think it was a B. Dalton's or a Walden Books. It was one of those. I don't know if you remember those, or yeah, you remember those?
Absolutely. I know Sock does too, I'm sure. Remember Crown
I'm
books?
old, okay? I'm just old. That's all there is to it.
I miss those stores, the Borders.
They were so
I remember
fun.
being on the docks waiting for the next serialization, the next chapter of the old Curiosity Shop to come in.
Wow. That's exciting.
They
I
were
love
such
it so much.
fun little stores, like right in the mall, you know?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And I used to walk the aisles just looking for like the next thing that I wanted to read. And I came across the romance section, and I saw this book, and the cover just absolutely caught my attention. And it was Catherine Kramer's Under Gypsy Skies. That was the name of it. And it had this
Ooh.
gorgeous, stunningly beautiful cover. And I bought it, and I read it in one night. I literally sat and read it all night long. And the funny thing is that I put it on my blog years later when I finally started getting really serious about writing. I had a blog, and
I love it.
and she found it somehow. Catherine Kramer, the author, actually found the thing that I wrote, and she contacted me, and we've actually become friends, and we message each other every now and then. We send each other emails, and she's like a huge support. She's such an amazing woman. So I have her as a friend now, and I feel really amazing about it.
I love it. Has she read any of your work?
She has, and she's like really supportive of me, and she's always like cheering me on, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm so excited about your next book. When does it come out?" And she's just really amazing. She's an amazing.
I just took a quick look at that cover. That is very eye-catching. It's gorgeous.
Isn't it stunning?
Oh, I'll have to during the break. I'll go ahead and pull it up, so we can all glance at it. Oh, how fun! Oh my gosh, I love it. Stacy, just to update, the picture is in Michigan.
It's a beautiful house, whatever it is.
Still very cute. And Kristen goes, I miss Borders. I know. That was our big family outing on Friday nights. We would go out and we would look at music and movies and all the things. Yeah.
They were such good stores. They were.
I do miss it. Isn't the author community just the best? They are. They're just wonderful. So, okay, take us through your journey to publishing your first book.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear this.
I wrote my first book when I was in my 20s. And then I had kids, and it was kind of pushed aside. I never did anything with it. It was just kind of like a bunch of random papers just kind of all stuck together. And when my youngest was about to start school, I figured I'm going to have to do something. I need to either go back to school, or at the time I was selling my artwork. So I was thinking maybe a children's book illustrator, or I could actually sit and write. And at the time I was going through a drawer in my china cabinet, and I found this letter that my grandfather had written me when I was a teenager, saying that he can't wait to see my books on the shelf in a bookstore.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like, oh, this is it. This is my sign, right? Because he's been gone for 20 something years now, and he was very important to me. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I got really serious, and whenever I dropped the kids off at school, I'd sit and I'd go home and I'd write, and I'd just write and write and write until I went to pick them up. And that's how it kind of started. I found my agent. I wound up finally finding a publisher. That publisher went under, so I almost gave up. And because it was like I have to start from square one.
Sure.
But then it finally found a home, and it was like really amazing. And yeah, it all started from my grandpa's letter. So it was really.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I love that. And Terry asks, what was your first book that was published? What was the title?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it. Oh my, what? Okay, I'm going to make you nice and big here. I can do that. Okay, solo layout.
This was the first one that I published with Love and Sight. And then I actually got the rights back, and I published it. I published it myself. So this is the new cover.
I know that cover. Yes. Oh my heavens.
Yeah, that's the first book I ever published.
Oh,
yeah. It wasn't the book that I wrote when I was in my 20s. That one never found a home. This was something else.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Well, wasn't that book I have a question. Was it that book you wrote in your 20s? Was that the one that you sold and then the publisher went out of business, or was that more of a practice?
That was the one I actually used to kind of get my agent.
Okay.
But I was kind of sending both out into the world. That one and this one, which was the new one I had written. And the other one never found a home. So it's kind of just sitting in a little file. Maybe one day.
Waiting for its chance.
We all hope that someday it'll find the light of day and we can all enjoy it. It's a little mystery. Little mystery. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I want to talk, speaking about all of your books on the shelves, and you mentioned your author friend who's looking forward to your next release. I was hoping that we could talk about your next release, which I have some slides here that I went ahead and did. This, by the way, is such a gorgeous cover. Let's talk about this one. I'm so excited. It's a new series too. So I can't wait to dive in. Let's talk about it.
So the new series is the Wimple Street Widow Society. And it's a group of kind of vigilante widows that kind of all band together to right wrongs, and they each have their own skills. So the heroine for To Heist and to Hold is Heloise Marlowe. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a dry throat. And her specialty is she's a blacksmith and she's also a fencing master. So that's her whole thing. She's like really good with swords and knives and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We love a fierce heroine.
Right. And they each have their own thing. And the second heroine is Iris, and she's a botanist, but she's also a master lockpicker. And the third one is the one I'm writing now, who's Euphemia. And she's like a chameleon, like a master of disguise.
What is the historical era?
It's the 1820s, early 1820s.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love the way you ask questions. Like, question here. Not Marionette. Thank you.
Calling me.
I love it. Oh, we have some comments. Oh, okay. People are very, very excited already. They're very excited. Oh, this was the blue on the both covers of the other book. I didn't want to miss that comment. That is lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, very nice shade of blue. I love widows, Terry says. And this cover is so beautiful. The male hero on the cover.
Right.
Oh, yes. And bonus points for that. Vigilantes. I'm guessing.
Vigilantes.
Bonus. Yeah. I knew what you meant, Terry. I knew. Widow vigilantes. Say less. Love the vintage style cover. Truly just gorgeous. Now, do you get, speaking of the cover, because we love a good cover. Did you get any say into the cover, or did they just present it to you and you were like, oh?
My publisher, they kind of send me a spreadsheet that I fill out of kind of my inspiration and ideas and what I'd like to see. And they took those to heart, and they created this beautiful cover and sent it to me, and I was like, oh, I love a good clinch cover. Oh my gosh, it's like
truly,
I adore it.
Now this one is. Oh, sorry, Sok. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, as an artist yourself,
yes.
Do you have like situations where you're like, I could do the cover myself? Like when you self-published, did you do that, or did you just get somebody else to do it so you didn't have to worry about it?
At that time, I didn't think I could do anything at all like that, so I did hire somebody to do them for me. I actually did a like a little freebie for my newsletter subscribers, and I did create the cover for that, and it's this.
I'm so excited. Okay, you made this. I am so excited. Get out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You made that yourself.
I love that.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
So that's for my newsletter subscribers. It's oh gosh, what is it? There's something about the Marquess. And so it's like a free novella for my newsletter subscribers. So I created the cover for that just to kind of like see if I could do it. And I think it turned out okay. So I was really excited about it.
Note to ourselves, let's all join the newsletter if we haven't done that yet. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Okay, well, let me, because now I'm just so curious. Tell us a little bit more, if you don't mind, about your art and like how that started and whatever you want to say. I know we're not talking specifically about art this morning, but I'm so curious.
Oh, thank you. I've always been into art, just like I've always been into writing. It's just something that always just like came naturally to me. And then I always took art in school, so that was always like a big deal to me. And when I had my oldest, I started kind of going back to those roots and painting. And then I started trying to sell things on Etsy, and I did a couple art shows and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
And then the problem though with it is I can only focus on one creative endeavor at a time. So when I'm writing, I really can't get really into my art. And when I'm doing my art, I really can't get into my writing. You know, it's kind of, my brain only works in one direction.
Sure. Oh, I understand that.
So every now and then I've been doing a lot of digital work. Like it's actually on my phone. It's an app on my phone. And that's what I did that on.
Get out.
Was on my phone.
Oh my gosh, that's even more impressive. I can't do anything on my phone. I can barely text.
I did create a painting, though, an actual painting for the Isle of Sin series. I did the painting for, this is just a postcard of it, though, of the Isle.
So you made that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's in the book, isn't it?
It's in the book. I did create the digital illustration in the book as well.
A lot of us are big fans of maps. And
they're so fun. You don't see enough, right?
Yes. I love map adjacent artwork and maps.
Yes.
So you made this.
I did
Get out of town. I love it.
that.
That makes it even cooler.
Thank you.
It was so fun. They are so fun, and you don't see them very often in historical romance. And I remember the first time I didn't know you from Adam, and I picked this up. Oh, no, I picked this one up. This is the first one I read of yours, and I just loved it. And it was so funny because I didn't realize at the time that it was a spin-off series. So okay, for anybody that doesn't know yet, you're about to find out. So we've got the sin. Okay, all right. You know what? I need to back up. I'm sorry. I'm getting too excited again. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait. You know what? I'm going to remove this because I don't want to whiplash people with my slides. Okie dokie. So we've got the Isle of Sin series, and I included the bonus, or not a bonus, but the novella, the Christmas novella.
Yes.
So we've got the Isle of Sin series, and then we've got, again, I don't want people to be like, slides are going so fast. Right, exactly. And then we have the Sinful Spinster series. And so, yes, this is the very first book I ever read of yours. I adored it.
Thank you.
And oh my gosh, it's just amazing. And I think there's a map in here too, but I remember thinking, what in the world? This is so cool. I feel like I'm reading Lord of the Rings or something. But you just never see maps typically in a historical romance. So I knew I was in for something special just right off the bat.
Well, that's the next book, isn't it? The Lord of the Rings.
There you go, Sock. I love it. Here all week.
Or a series called The Lords and Their Rings.
Oh, yes.
Done.
Like it.
That's for free. That's free, gratis, and for nothing.
Christina Britton's next series, folks. No, just kidding. I tell you. But yes, we met a few characters, I believe, or at least two, like the couple. And I was like, wait, I feel like I should know them. I don't know them. And then I discovered, oh my heavens, this is a spin-off series. So in fact, can we talk a little bit about these?
Oh, of course.
Where
I
would you like
love
to
talking
start?
about the Isle of Sin. It's like, it's such a huge place in my heart.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, yes. I'm just so excited. Let's talk a little bit about the Isle of Sin then. Okay. So again, I made a lot of slides. I made too many. I always do that. I make too many slides because
They're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's your covers. Made it easy.
I love seeing them all together. It makes me so happy.
I know. Oh, I know. Me too. Me too. I love doing this. And Canva, for example, talking about being creative or whatever. Not that I'm not amazingly creative, but I could just do Canva every day and it just makes me so happy.
Fun.
Yeah. So tell everybody about this series.
Yeah, I wanted to start a series where the whole world was kind of just created by me. I wanted to just create an entire world. And I came up with this Isle of Sin idea. And I remember going over and over and over names that I could name it. And I went over all these old English names, Anglo-Saxon names, trying to find the perfect fit. And I found this one. And I was like, that's a strange little word. How does it pronounce? So I was going everywhere trying to find out how it was pronounced. I even contacted some old friends that live in England to see if they could help me figure out how it was pronounced. So I figured out it was pronounced sin. I was like, okay, this is kind of perfect.
Yes.
I can still remember talking to my friends about this idea that I had for a whole thing set on like a English seaside resort type situation. And that's how it was kind of born. It was really fun to create the whole world.
Yes. And you know, it's funny, every spring, like late spring, early summer, I do bring these up again because it's like, okay, if you guys want a little staycation, you want to read a book about, this, because how many historical romances are set at the seaside? I mean,
I've been seeing more and more, which is lovely. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But yes, these are always some of my favorites to come back to.
Thank you.
Oh, I just love it. So, yes. Oh my gosh. And again, I know I keep doing this, but again, I just love this book so much. And this is from the spinoff, the Sinful Spinster series. But there are some gorgeous scenes on the beach.
Thank you.
And
Katrina, I had always planned on writing her book from the very first Isle of Sin book, A Good Duke is Hard to Find. Because I don't know if you remember in chapter 1 of A Good Duke is Hard to Find, she's left at the altar. Like, that's what happens. And she finds out it's because her fiance was in love with Katrina and snuck into her bedroom. And like, there was this whole duel and everything with Katrina's brother where the guy had to flee the country.
Yes.
That's Katrina that's in that book.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so
it all came full circle. I love Katrina. She always had a special place in my heart. It was like, you know what? This horrible thing happened to her. She needs a happily ever after because this guy was a jerk,
Truly. Truly. Okay. Well, and you know what? I feel silly because I keep talking about this without actually explaining why I'm obsessed. Okay, so let's just talk about this for just a second, and then I'll let you talk about whatever you want. I mean, I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
Your book. He's too busy hyping your book for you.
But this is for those of you that enjoy forbidden romance. This is it, because I mean they started off, they were friendly, but then there could have been something more, but then it just gets stopped, and we move ahead many years. She's moved on. She's become like a, oh golly, what would you call it? Like a
companion.
Thank you. That's the word I was like, Christina will know. If anyone will know, it's Christina. Thank heavens you're here. But I tell you, so she becomes a companion, and she's just, decided just to accept life the way it is. And then who waltzes into her life but the former could have been love of her life, and he's not available and she's not available, and they see each other. It was like that scene in Romeo and Juliet when they see each other for the first time. Like, I felt like I heard music during some of those scenes. It's just the tension, and it's just one of my I know I keep going on and I'll stop.
Oh, thank you. And then Mouse. I loved Mouse, the giant dog.
Oh, the dog, yes, Mouse. Yeah, he's a Great Dane, isn't he? And I love that his name is Mouse.
Yeah.
He was darling. He was darling. I tell you what. But yes, you know what else I wanted to talk to you about? Again, I'm trying not to make everyone get whiplash with my slides. I had heard that these were being republished. Is that correct? Tell us about that.
Yeah, the publisher that they were initially published under, after the third one came out, all of a sudden they stopped doing fiction. They didn't want to publish fiction. I guess they only wanted to focus on nonfiction at the time.
Wow.
So I was like, you know what? I'd like to get my rights back and to publish them myself. So I worked with my agent to make sure that happened, and she got the rights back for me. And then I was able to publish them myself, which has been, it was an experience, let me tell you.
So are these these are all the new covers, right?
These are all the new covers, yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, so exciting.
Yeah.
And with the blue one being your very first
yes
published work, but redone. I love it.
Imogen, the heroine from that book, has a very special place in my heart.
Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, she actually was born from a very short story that I created that I sent into Writer's Digest for a contest. And I actually won that contest, which was a big deal. That was when I was just kind of getting really serious about it. It was just a very short scene. And in the book, she's a wallflower, of course. We all love a good wallflower.
We do.
And she had this very horrible season and nothing ever came of it. And now she's back in London with her younger sister. Her younger sister is coming out. And so everybody just her mother kind of puts her down, and she's very introverted. She's very shy. And she always had a very special place in my heart. So when I created that short story, I built the whole book off of that short story. It was just a scene where the hero, who's very popular, just a rake, which we all love, a rake and a wallflower.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and he comes into the drawing room when they're having guests, and they kind of have this connection, and he's very kind to her, and that was the scene, and that's where it was it jumped off of from there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited to read these.
Do you think you're going to come back to her again at some point?
I'd love to go back to the series, because I actually have, I think, at least 2 other books in my head for that series that never got to see the light of day. I actually started writing the 4th one, and it never, because the publisher stopped doing fiction, nothing ever came of it. So maybe I'll turn them into short stories or novellas or something and offer them up to readers, for free or something. I don't know.
The
I love it.
Imogen expanded universe.
Yes.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Angel says, "Oh, I love all the covers for the Twice Shy series."
Thank you.
I love
it. She did such a beautiful job.
Yes. I love it so much. And Terry has a question. I'm going to not cover sock while we talk. Oh, no, I'm still covering you sock. Sorry. Terry goes, now this is a question we often ask. We don't expect you to know the answer to this, Christina, but she loves to ask this question. We talk about it all the time. Do you know why in historical romance the men look to have relatively accurate clothing, but the women has a prom dress on? Do you have an insider view about that? I'm just curious.
Oh, do you mean like on the covers?
Yes.
I think that there's very limited costuming that they have for a lot of these.
Yeah.
Photo shoots and stuff like that. So I think, especially when, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, long story short, too late. There's a lot of, if you watch period dramas from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and even more recently, you will see that their interpretation of historical, I guess that's all the way up to today, their interpretation of historical dress is sometimes a strange amalgam of what would actually have been worn during those times and what is popular at the time the movie or TV show or whatever is made.
Sure.
So you'll see like these Roman epics from the 30s where these women have marcelled hair, and you'll see like if you ever watch, I think it's the 10 Commandments. I think it was Ann Baxter was in that, and she's this white woman playing an Egyptian queen or princess, and she's got very 50s makeup and hair.
Yes.
So I think that it's just like this attempt to make it more visually accessible to modern audiences. You end up with something that's really pleasing to no one.
Yes.
Or it's just, or there's also the issue with book covers of any kind. There's going to be a shorthand that tells you this is what this is about. This is about sweeping drama and passion. And you're not going to get that literal sweeping of the dress if you're accurate to Regency. It's got to look like Gone with the Wind, not like Gone with the Wind when she's in her robe, not like Regency when they're on their way to a ball.
Sure.
So
I've definitely seen some.
I think that's part of it too.
There have definitely been times when I've seen like historical movies, like from Regency era, for example, that were filmed in the 80s, and you could see like there's little 80s in here. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of the time. Kind of funny.
Like the Pride and Prejudice with the Laurence Olivier was very, Victorian-esque looking, which,
yes,
it wasn't the right time period, but but who cares when you're looking at Laurence Olivier?
Amen. Yes, I agree. I love it so much. Casey says the Twice Chai covers are like a breath of fresh air. The colors. They're lovely. Oh, yeah, we're getting some agreements as well. Oh my gosh, I tell you. Now I wanted to ask, so going back to your release that now it's coming out in September?
Yes.
Okay. I was afraid, as I said it, I was like, whoa, no, it's August. No, it's September. I thought it was September. Okay. So this is coming out in September. Is it available for pre-order?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Lovely. We, by the way, have it in the description box, along with your website and your Instagram, so people can go on the website, join the newsletter. I wanted to ask, how did you get the idea to write this series or story, however you'd like to answer?
I was really intrigued with the idea of writing a bunch of widows because let's face it, there's a lot of very particular rules about the Regency era.
Yes.
And when you're a widow, there's a lot more freedom to do a lot more stuff. So I was able to get into a lot more situations that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get into. You always have to be careful of, who they're with, if the door is open, if they're together alone, this and that. So having a bunch of widows was kind of fun. As far as I could do a lot more with them. And the idea kept popping around in my head. And I was like, what if they had all these special skills? That would be kind of fun. What if they, banded together to, do all these heists and stuff like that? And it just kind of kept building and building. So I brought the idea to my agent and we started bouncing ideas back and forth. And she helped me work on really building it into the thing that it is now.
I love that. And you know what? I'm glad you just said that, because another thing I want to share that I know our audience is going to really appreciate, a couple examples that come to mind of other authors that many of us know: Lisa Kleypas, Sarah MacLean, these wonderful historical romance authors, just like Christina Britton, who write series that feature these heroines that have this tight-knit friend, like found family group. And I have just loved that. And it sounds like in your writing, and it sounds like that you've created that with these widows as well. Do they have like this core widow group? It sounds like.
Yeah, they do. They all live together. They go on all these heists together. They do all this planning, and they're like, well, this person's having this wrong done to them, so let's all get together and we're going to. It's kind of like Ocean's 11 meets Jane Austen. That's how I pitched it.
Again, say less.
I was actually thinking that earlier. I was just, of course, this is harking back to an earlier usage in English, but thou hast one job.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, that is going to be, now I'm even more excited. Oh my gosh. I
actually created an illustration for the series that I have not put out yet. I'm waiting because I'm hoping to do some type of a pre-order campaign the closer it gets. And
yes.
I'm making up like little art prints and stuff like that. But I took one of the Ocean's 11 posters and kind of used it as an inspiration for having all the widows all lined up kind of at an angle, and I've got the title above the the series title. So I'm really excited to be able to show that to everybody.
Oh my God.
You could do a whole bunch of those kinds of, you could do Ocean's 11, you could do The Usual Suspects, you could do
that would be cool. That would be cool. I like that idea.
So fun. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love it. Terry
the
says
Italian job.
Yeah, the Italian job.
Where they end up with a wagon, not a wagon, but like a carriage hovering on the edge of a cliff.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, Plot Bunny.
I love it. I love it. Terry says, I want more mature women in historical romance. Yes, we love it.
Yes.
And she's your client for that series. Oh my gosh, too fun. Well, I love to ask this question. I have to know. I know you had mentioned a couple authors, I think, so far in our conversation, but who would you say are your greatest influences?
As far as, Catherine Kramer was obviously the first one that I read. So she's a huge influence on me. Also, Amanda Quick was big when I was younger. She was the first one that I read that was like a Regency, and that kind of just sucked me in. So those two were like really huge in directing my interests to go to where they are now. Yeah, definitely.
I love it. I love it. Now, here's one of my favorite questions to ask. What would you say makes a great story?
I would say it all hinges on the characters. Like when I'm creating a story, I really try to build the backstory and make them very, like, you could really empathize with them. I want, like, when I read a story, I really want to feel for the character. I want to be immersed in who they are and really want to cheer for them.
Yes.
So that, to me, that along with some really high stakes for them makes a good story to me.
Yes. Oh, wonderful. I love it. I love it. And what would you say resonates most with your audience? Like when they meet with you and they talk with you, what do you hear most often?
One of the favorite things that I hear from my readers is that they ugly cried.
I love that.
When a reader tells me that they ugly cried, or that that when you get a Christina Britton book that it's going to be, a lot of tears, that always makes me so, I know it's horrible to say because I made you cry, but it means to me that you connected emotionally with my characters and with my story. And that to me means everything. So I'm hoping that, the emotion is the thing that resonates. I really try to, my stories are really character driven. So the their emotions are driving the story. I can't stick to a synopsis to save my life. It always goes off course.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that.
It depends on.
But if you have a strong sense of who the characters are, that's good. Because if you get a little too wedded to a plot synopsis, then you end up with people behaving in a way that doesn't really make a lot of sense for that character, that person.
Sure.
Whereas if you allow yourself to just go with the flow, that as long as you have a strong sense of who those characters are, it'll work out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really important.
I love what Kristen says. I tortured you and you made me happy.
I'm just picturing like the literary playground where she's going, made you cry.
The funny thing is I used to meet with this group of writers every week. We'd sit down a couple of times a week and we'd write together. And I would sit there and I'd be giggling, and they'd be like, "Why are you giggling?" I was like, "I'm torturing my characters." But I guess I'm torturing the readers too.
Oh my gosh, too funny. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, I have to ask, what is your favorite book or series? And you can tell us yours or someone else's.
Okay. All right. So I had to write it down because I can never remember the names of series. Hold on one second.
Okay.
So two of my favorites are Castles Ever After by Adair. I love Adair's books.
Yes.
But that
Love
one in
her.
particular, like When a Scot Ties a Knot, like that's the name of it, right? I think that's the name of the book. It's one of my favorite books. It's so good. I read it so many times. And then also the Loyal League series by Alyssa Cole. I adore anything that Alyssa Cole writes. She's like incredible. And I think that there's also a more contemporary one called, I think, Reluctant Royals, I think. Is that the name of the series?
Sure.
She writes such beautiful books, like absolutely amazing books. I'm getting chills just thinking about how amazing Alyssa Cole's books are. So yeah, those are some of my favorites.
I love it. I'm adding that to my TBR. I really am. Who would you say your book boyfriend is? I can't wait to hear that.
All right, it's actually one of my own.
Oh, yay! Okay.
From Someday My Duke Will Come, Quincy Nesbitt, Duke of Reigate. He's my favorite character that I've ever written.
Really?
Yeah, I adore him. He's just, there's something about him that always resonated with me, and I love him so much. He's kind of, he's good-natured, and he's affectionate, and he's loving, but also he's got a little bit of sass, and he's a little carefree, but, you know, he's also got this, like, troubled past. Always have to have a troubled past.
Yes.
I just really love Quincy. He's my favorite.
I love it. Oh, yay. Now, who's your favorite heroine?
It has to be Anne Elliot from Persuasion. She's my very, very, very favorite. I love her so much. She's so incredible. She's so strong. Even though she's very gentle, she's like very strong inside. And yeah, that's my favorite book. I adore it.
Oh, I love it so much. We're going to be doing a Jane Austen read along next year. And yeah, we're super excited. And I know you mentioned Jane Austen a couple times, and every time I just think, oh, this is going to be so fun. Just can't wait. Okie dokie. So Sock, it's our favorite question.
Okay, I used to ask this question in the comments, and B has very kindly incorporated it into the lineup. And that is, which is, and when I'm here, she lets me ask the question because it gives me a chance to promote my own Instagram. Because on Instagram, on the gram, on the IG, on the Insta, I pair scented candles with books and then take a picture of the result.
I love that.
Stage and that's bargain counter argument on the Insta. And so I was asking, when writers would come on, I would say, okay, if I were to burn a scented candle while reading your book, what candle would you suggest, or what scent family would you suggest? So yeah, so that's my question.
And any book you want, or series.
I think maybe
or To Heist and to Hold, since that's the one that's coming up in a couple of months.
To Heist and to Hold, I think perhaps something warm but rich, kind of like something woody, like cedar wood, paired with like an orange blossom or something.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would work.
I feel like that, just the way you described it, and looking at the cover, it just, oh my gosh, just perfection.
I will say something. I haven't read any of your books yet, but I will. And the reason I choose the way I choose candles is like kind of different from book to book. Sometimes it'll be like the first pleasant scent that's mentioned, because in a lot of historicals, the first scent you hear about is not one you would want to be having in your house. So,
No.
but sometimes, and this occurred to me, especially since they're like literally right by my side, I didn't plan this. Sometimes I'll just simply match the candle holder to the cover of the book.
Oh.
And I have this whole set of candle holders. This is a green one. I don't know if you can see the color.
Oh, pretty. Oh my gosh.
Lovely.
That one's, it's vanilla patchouli, but the important thing is, and this is like a darker purple.
Oh, I love that.
And this is like a peachy pink.
Those are
Ooh.
And this is like a kind of beigeish, goldish
I
color.
love
And
that
then I
one.
have another one that's like a brownish kind of color.
Where did you get these?
I got all of these came from Marshall's.
Get
Really?
out. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
This one's pomegranate spice.
I would say I'd go to
I think
Marshall's, but you never know what's going to be there. So,
Yeah, these are made by a manufacturer called Lieben and Company.
Those are really pretty.
They're very, oh my gosh.
And,
Can you
and
imagine
they're
how
nice
pretty they
because
are when
they're
you're burning a candle in
very
it?
heavy. And once the candle's done, they're excellent for putting stuff in. Cotton balls, whatever.
it.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could even make a little flower arrangement in there.
Yeah, there's yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love
But
it.
I just they happen to be on the table that I have by my side. And then I was looking at those covers and going, well, I think if I didn't have any input from the author herself, I would probably go for the color story. But I think maybe even pomegranate spice would be a good one if I couldn't. I think for orange blossom and cedar, I'd probably have to like combine two candles. Like,
well, there you go. We'll have to see this.
I could do it. Yeah. Yes,
I'm so excited. And then along those same lines, if I were to listen to music during the reading of To Heist and to Hold, what would it be? Is it the Ocean's 11 soundtrack?
Pink Panther. Pink Panther.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I can't listen to anything with singing in it.
Oh no! Sorry. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I meant to remove that thought. Oopsie. I'm so sorry.
Not mad at me. No, just kidding.
It's like, I cannot relate to that sentiment, and you are banished.
No words and music. I was going to take down the little. I'm so sorry. It's just going on with the rest of my day. Oh,
no, when I'm writing, I can't listen to anything with singing in it. Can't at all.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I can't even listen to stuff with singing when I'm reading.
Well,
Yeah, no, seriously. It's just like it divides my attention too much, pulls me away, and I'm like, that didn't help.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. I can't listen to anything with singing in it when I'm writing or reading. So as cliche as it sounds, I used to listen to the 2005 Pride and Prejudice constantly, or I'd listen to like the Outlander sound score or something. I listen to scores. Right now, I'm huge into K-dramas. That's all I watch is K-dramas. So I'm listening to a lot of K-drama scores. I have an entire playlist that I've made of K-drama scores. But I asked my youngest, I was talking to my youngest about this last night, and she said that Laufey, the singer Laufey, it's just spelled Laufey.
Yes.
Her music is perfect for the books. So I was like, okay. Love it. And
well,
then
we
were watching an interview with her, and she was like, I love like romance and I love historical fiction and this and that. And I was like, well, this is perfect.
Well, there you go.
What would you suggest for somebody just getting into K-drama? What would you suggest as an entry point?
Yes, we were just talking about this last week.
Were you really? Oh my gosh.
Yes, because Leah Riley, who wrote Puck and Prejudice,
yes,
she loves K-drama to the point where she and a few other authors actually have their own podcast about K-dramas called Afternoon Delight.
Oh, I love it.
And I will. I remember which one she said was the first one she watched, but I'll give you a chance to think about it before I pollute the waters, as it were.
Yeah.
If I were to send somebody into K-dramas for the first time, I would go with one of the really big, amazing ones, either Crash Landing on You or Itaewon Class. Those are beautiful, beautiful ones. If you want something a little more lighthearted. Maybe Destined with You is a really beautiful one. I'm actually rewatching it now. One of my very favorites is Doom at Your Service, which is stunningly gorgeous. And I actually had a chance to see the male lead live.
Get out.
He actually came to the U.S. and had like a fan meet and greet type of little mini concert type thing. And me and my son flew down and were able to see him sewing Goop. Wow. And it was like,
well, the one that got Leah Riley hooked was Crashing Into You.
Crash Landing.
That's the one with the tornado and the cow or something.
That's another cow.
I don't remember a cow.
It's an entrepreneur. It's the lady entrepreneur who crashes behind the demilitarized zone in North Korea. And she crashes, and this like North Korean, I guess, I don't know if he's Air Force or Army, but he's in the military, I believe.
Yes.
And he finds her. And of course, they are, from opposite sides of the DMZ. So, and she's like stuck in this situation in this society that's so closed. And
it's a stunningly beautiful one. And the greatest thing is that they're married in real life now. So it's like
I think they met on that set.
No, they had met, I think, before.
Oh, they knew each other already?
I'm pretty sure they fell in love on that set, which makes it extra amazing.
I love it.
It's a beautiful drama. It's really beautifully done.
Oh,
bring your tissues.
Have to watch them. We're gonna have to watch them. I mean, I've just heard such lovely things, and it sounds perfect.
I think I've watched almost 130 of them now, and then a bunch of them I've seen because I have an Excel spreadsheet keeping track of them.
I love it.
I've seen Crash Landing on You, I think 3 times. Itaewon Class, I think I've seen 4 times. There's a bunch that I just keep coming back to. And the greatest thing is they have a set number of episodes, so it has a beginning and an end to the story, and it has your arc. So it's like a book. It's amazing. Yeah. They don't keep dragging on the story, and the characters get changed too much. It has a storyline just encompassing these, typically 16 episodes, and it's just lovely.
It sounds wonderful. I just love that. That's so fun. That reminds me of I used to love to watch, old series, and I would watch like, I don't know, Frasier or something, and Friends. Yeah. And I have such a hard time though getting like to the episodes where Rachel and Ross break up for the first time. I was like, I liked it until they're together, and then I'm like, I can't watch them break up.
It breaks your heart.
Well, this sounds like the perfect thing.
It is.
If you haven't tried it, talk about visually stunning Mystic Pop-Up Bar.
Mystic Pop-Up Bar? I haven't seen that one yet.
I think that's what it's called.
Is it? Is it good?
Oh. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Excellent.
It's a good story, but
I do look up spoilers, and I only watch ones that have happily ever afters.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's really smart. I didn't know that some of them didn't, so this is good to know.
Some of them don't. So if you ever need a rec, come to me. I got your back.
Oh, thank you. I'm terrible. My husband likes to watch things that are sort of depressing and stressful, and I'll watch with him, but I have to read, like I'll go online to find out what's going to happen first, because then I'm not, like he likes some Severance and what's the other one? Oh, it's supposed to be funny. Only Murders in the Building. But I'm like, if for some reason it also stresses me out, so I just like, who was the killer? Like, so I already know. I don't tell him. I finally admitted that to him. I was like, I actually already know. Because he was like,
for you, it's about the journey. Even you enjoy the journey, even when you already know what the destination is.
Exactly.
It makes me enjoy the journey more, or at least dislike it less. Because I'm like, let's do something together. Let's watch TV, and we'll watch things, and I'm like, is anyone going to kiss in this? So that's anyway. He and I like different things, but whatever. Okay, that's enough about me, I tell you. Okie dokie. Well, we are already about at the end of our time. I can't believe it. This has just been so much fun, I tell you.
And I will say this: is Mystic Pop-Up Bar does have a happy ending. So
okay, good.
Does it really? Oh, good. Okay, I'll look that one up.
We need that.
I'm definitely going to look that one up. Thank you.
Yes, I think it's an earn your happy ending, but there is one of it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Cool.
So what is on the horizon for you? Do you have any interviews coming up, book signings? I know you've got a book coming out in,
Yes.
like early fall. So I don't know if you have anything soon, but just curious. Anything going on?
The only thing I really have planned is in Santa Clara, California, there's going to be a Love and Tech Fest, book fest. And I'm going to be going there. I think it's going to be it's going to be actually my first book fair, my first book convention. So that's the only thing I have planned right now.
And that's your first book convention?
Yeah, I mean, I did RWA convention in 2019 when it was in New York, the last one that they had. And I did do the author book signing, that one last night. But that's the only other big thing I've done. So this will be a first for me. I'm kind of nervous.
Do you have a newsletter?
I do have a newsletter. Mm-hmm.
I
do have a newsletter. And then you can get the free novella if you sign up for it.
With the artwork.
With the artwork.
Oh boy. I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, and Amana's here. She's our friend from Paris, France. Oh, Amana, you'll have to watch this back too, because this is Christina Britton. And we've been talking with her about her amazing work and her upcoming release, To Heist and To Hold, which is coming out in September. So we're very, very excited. And we were just sort of talking about this. Thank you, Sock, for bringing this right to this perfect transition. Where can we look for you?
Yeah, you can find me on my website, ChristinaBritton.com. And I'm also on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Threads. And kind of vaguely on Blue Sky. It's hard. Yeah, that's the hardest part of being an author for me is all the social media and the marketing and everything. I just want to sit in my little office and I want to write.
Sure.
But I do go on those social media sites. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, and on my website, there's also a whole section of bonus stuff. There's a whole Isle of Sin bonus thing. And some of my artwork is on there too. Yeah, if you want to go.
Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful Amana made it on. She goes, I love you, Christina.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much for those beautiful books. I enjoyed them so much. Oh, Amana, I'm so glad you got to tell her.
Thank you. I so appreciate that.
I love it. Well, this has just been, you have made my day.
You've made my day. The second, every time I hear from you, you make me so happy. So thank you.
Well, you make us so happy. Thank you so much for sharing your talents with us and for sharing your beautiful stories. And we're just so excited for the next one. But yeah, well, I think since I've kept you overtime, I told you I'd keep you until 10:30 our time. And here we are almost at 10:40, but I just couldn't help myself. So I apologize. So, thank you again for coming.
Oh, it's still an hour, just slightly rearranged.
Well, there you go. Yeah, because I was late. All that rain and the rose bush, it was all worth it. I love it so much. Okie dokie. Well, we can say a lovely goodbye to her as we head into our sprints. We're going to do 20-minute sprints, and then we're going to come back and talk about some new releases. Yeah, we love them. We love them. So yeah. But yeah, we're so excited to follow you and your wonderful journey, and I'm just so excited for your next release.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute honor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You have a wonderful
lovely to meet you. It was lovely meeting you.
Oh, it was lovely meeting you too. Thank you.
Take care. Bye. Oh my gosh, isn't she amazing?
Okay, I just want to let you know before we sprint, I sent you something on Instagram direct message. So
okay.
So when we sprint, that might be relevant to coming back from the sprint.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Yes, I will do that. I will start us on our sprint and then I will check. Thank you very much for telling me. Okay, let's see here. Presenting. Now, last time we did a Mother's Day race, but I found one that's called a fancy dress race, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I think we should all find out together. Oh, wait, you know what?
If there's a character in a tiara.
Okay, let's see. Now, are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Okay, good. Yes. Okay, the fancy dress. This is not what I would call fancy, but
fancy dress. This is fancy dress in the British sense, which is just like costume party, as opposed to elegant dress.
Yes. It's the
So it's
perfect day
that
for
kind
this,
of fancy
I
dress.
feel like. What do you think, Sock? Who are you gonna be?
Hot dog. Oh no, wait a second. Hang on. I got a thing.
Oh, she's got an idea. I think I choose. Oh my gosh, I love it. Wait. What
I'm gonna go dinosaur.
was that on your tree? Okay, she's going dinosaur. She's number 4. Everybody in the
Number 4.
comments, let us know what you're gonna be. I think I'm gonna be the hot dog guy.
Yeah, that was my second choice. So
So I'll be number 3. Alrighty, so we've got 20 minutes. Hopefully you guys can get some good things done or some lovely reading done. We'll come back, we'll talk about it, and then we're going to talk about some new releases or recent releases. You're going to love it. As always. I'm here. Hello. Okay, I won. Oh, and there's Sock. Hey, Sock. Sorry.
Yeah, I needed my computer for something else for a few minutes. So
I was tidying up my bedroom for a moment, and then there's my glasses. I heard this thing go off. I was like, oh my gosh. How was it? How did you get anything done?
I did. I went downstairs and greeted my mother.
Oh, good.
She had come back from the dentist, and I needed to see if she had gone to the grocery store while she was out and about, and she hadn't. And I filmed a very quick video.
Oh, nice.
And I had to set up to film my very quick video, which anyway, it was just like a quick 5-minute thing where I'm doing a library unhaul.
Oh.
And Ever Afterathon kind of recap of what I've read in the last week.
Nice. And I want to thank you for sharing this with us. I think I have it up.
Mhm.
This is beautiful. This is the book that Christina Britton said was her very first historical romance, Catherine Kramer's Under Gypsy Skies. It is,
and I can see how that caught her eye.
Yes. And the fact that now she's friends with her. How neat is that? I just love it.
That book came out the year I graduated from high school.
Get out. I love it. I love it. Okie dokie. So let's talk about how did it go, everyone? Did you enjoy it? It was only 20 minutes, so I know we didn't get much time to do anything. I got to make a fresh cup of hot tea, which couldn't be more welcome on a morning like today with the rain. It's just wonderful. Oh, thank you very much, by the way, Angel. Well, Kristen said, I'm waiting to finish after I finish some errands and help at the kitty clinic. Oh boy, I'm hoping the new kittens are here. Oh, fun. Now, I have to say, I didn't get a chance to read this. Well, I glanced at it. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with this book. This is, I'm reading 3 fabulous books right now, but this one, I had no idea that I would enjoy historical romance Western like I am.
I have gotten way into them, and it's largely thanks to that book.
Get out. Well, and you know who gave this book to me?
Megan.
It says, if the covered wagon, now she already knows. If the covered wagons are rocking,
don't come knocking. I have made that joke on more than one occasion because now I have my own copy of that. I read it from the library. And then I had to return it. And I have the other books in the series, and I've been keeping an eye out because I'd like to have my own copy. And it was one of the books I got for free at the library that just gives away their mass markets.
No. Oh my gosh, that's the best story ever. I love it.
So now I have it.
You also said, or these two sure know how the West was fun. And third, but certainly not least, yes, that is a gun. And I am happy to see you, ma'am.
I forgot about. I remembered if the covered wagon's rocking. I forgot about the other two. Yeah, but I was thinking Megan might have sent it to you. I was forgetting because that was several months ago.
Oh yes.
And if I had realized you were going to highlight that, I would have worn the tiara that you sent me.
Oh, how fun! Yeah, but yeah, this is the one that Megan recommended from the 12 Recs by 12 Friends. But
yes, because I know she's a huge fan.
So yeah,
I actually have a couple of books. I finished this book yesterday.
Oh, what is it?
The Unromance.
Oh, what did you think?
Unromance.
Oh, that was loud.
By Erin Connor. I think you highlighted this a few weeks ago, and it finally came in at the library, and I was able to read it. And they actually wanted it back, so that's why I read it at this particular time. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And I'm currently reading A Sure Thing by Joanna Lowell. And I thought of this while we were speaking with
Shannon, right?
Is it Christine or Christina?
Oh,
Christina, because it's a painting. It's a seaside. It's 1888, and we're in Cornwall.
Oh my gosh! I need to add that to my summer TBR. Joanna,
it's fun. It is summer. She's a botanist, and he is a painter, but he's got painter's block.
Painter's block. I've never heard of that.
But that makes because I just been reading this book where she's got writer's block. He's got kind of a painter's block. What it is he's a trans dude, and
yes, you were talking about this.
Mm-hmm. He's a trans dude, and he was painting under his, assigned category at birth. And then when he started living his truth as a dude, the women painters in his sisterhood were just like, wait, you're suddenly exhibiting as a dude? This is a betrayal of all we believe in. So he ran away and he can't paint anymore. And instead he's running a bicycle shop in Cornwall. And she wants to hire him to illustrate her seaweed for a presentation she's giving. And he wants to participate in a bike rally and she can help him. So there's a couple of projects they're potentially working on together, but there are misunderstandings and so on. It's a lot of fun. I'm about a third of the way through it. I'm really enjoying it.
Fun! Oh, I love it. Oh, how fun. Oh my gosh. Emily says, I also just made a cup of hot tea. Oh, yay. Oh, I love it so much. It's raining here too. Yes. I think it's supposed to rain here for the next 4 days. So it must be a pretty big system. And my dogs are making a mess.
It rained like for 4 or 5 days.
Oh, really? Maybe we're getting yours. It's coming down. It's coming south. Maybe that's what it is.
And there's one other thing, and I shared this on the live stream last night, which was gratifyingly lively, with Kristen Lee helping me out, and many of the usual suspects in the comments, and some new people as well.
Love it.
One of the things I wanted to highlight was I went to the used bookstore called the Book Barn, and I saw this. I had been kind of chatting with a couple of other people who were browsing contemporary romances, and I saw this book and I just started laughing, and they're like, "What?" And I like, look at this cover.
What in the world?
I'm like looking at this guy and going, yes, you look at a guy who looks like that and you're like, regret. You look like my next mistake, as Taylor Swift would say. And I'm going to regret this, but it's probably going to be worth it. And also, I think it's just such a bold move to name your book Regret.
Truly.
Because sarcastic reviewers, not naming any names, could just like really do a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know some people.
That's too funny.
Some people saw this last night, and it's just like, and they'll see it again on Midweek Motivation tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and
I love it. I love it.
Co-hosted by Abby Jean, and
wonderful.
And so because it cracked me up so hard.
I love it. I love it. Terry also talking about unromance, which I happen to have my cover here as well. She said, "Oh yes, the Flip the Bird French fry cover." Because we're like,
yeah, they actually with their friend group, they get into this whole like debate over what is the best form of potato.
Oh, well,
and they're not talking like russet or whatever. They're talking about like preparation, like tater tots or hash browns. Anyway.
I love that. Emily says, B, I always get the best recommendations from you. I love when you fish about books, the Western historical romance. I know, truly, I'm telling you, Emily and everyone, I never in a million years thought I would like an historical Western. I really didn't. I thought it would be just a bunch of alpha cowboys and everybody was dusty. And this is not the case at all. This is incredibly epic. This is the first in a series, by the way. And Megan even assured me this is the place to start. And Lorraine Heath is fantastic. Yeah. She also writes Regency, set in England. But
she also has like the Rogue in Texas series, like Never Marry, Never Love a Cowboy and so on, where there were English rogues in Texas. But that's not this series.
Okay.
That's not this series. This is a different one. And
somehow it's connected somehow.
Probably. I mean,
she had said.
That one's a road trip.
Yes. And we have a woman she's a mail order bride. She's just trying to better her life. She's the dearest, sweetest thing. And then we have a gentleman he's very, very scarred after the Civil War. And he only has one eye, has an eye patch, and he just feels like he's unworthy of love. He's been shut away. And he's gathered her from the train station in Fort Worth to take her on a 3-week trip across Texas to bring her to his brother, who's supposed to be the one marrying her. So it's this forbidden romance, and he is so wonderful. And he's at this point where I'm at, he's kicking himself that he's falling for her, and she's developing some feelings for him. But of course, she's supposed to be marrying his brother, who has a broken leg after trying to train a Mustang, and it didn't work out. He fell off and hurt his leg, so he couldn't grab her himself. But it's so good. I'm telling you, from as I mentioned again, someone who never thought, oh, historical Western. I'm telling you, I'm a convert.
I'm a convert now.
I'm excited.
I'm a convert.
Yeah. I would never have expected that. I love it. Let's see here. Kristen says, where is the book located? B, you could add it to your passport summer thing. Oh, yes. Well, this is Texas. Yes, we're going to be getting all into that. I have had.
And this one is Cornwall.
Cornwall. Yes. Love it. Love it. Oh, autocorrect.
And this one actually was unexpected Christmas, Christmas content. It's not really a Christmas romance, but actually, it kind of is. Well, and it's set in Chicago.
I'm so thrilled you said that, because I know it's hard to believe, but I've actually kept my December open without arcs and things, because I wanted to just read what I wanted to read, and I haven't read that yet, so I'm excited. And this is one that I got free from Forever, so yeah, I'm excited. I'll save this for December then. Yay! Oh boy, oh boy.
I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it.
Oh, excellent. I want to know what was done to that man on the cover of Regret. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure why he's only tattooed on the one side.
Well, maybe that's the regret.
And what happens is I just quickly scanned the back. I just bought it. I didn't even read what it was about. I'm like, it's about regret. Can relate. Can relate. And I scanned back, and this is like the FMC is crushing on an older guy, like old enough to be her dad. And I don't know if that's old enough to be her dad, like my dad was 32 when I was born, or old enough to be her dad, like some people were like 16 or 17 when they had kids, So anyway, so she wants him to go with her to some kind of party or something, and he says, no way. I'm not any good for you, and I'm too old, and I'm too looking like this, and and she is in a situation where she's by herself, and there is SA on her person.
Oh no.
And he's like, oh no, she got hurt on my watch, and this will not stand.
Uh-oh.
I got to do something about this. I got to do something to bring the hurt on the people who hurt her, and I got to do something to help her rebuild her trust in relationships.
Oh,
he's looking at you, Sock. Stacy is calling me out.
Kristen says he's tatted on one side because he lost his job and he's broke. That's a lot of regret.
Only like he's come up with a complicated, like, artistic, spiritual reason for that, but it's just like, I ran out of mortgages. And
yes.
But Stacy, I feel so seen. I feel simultaneously seen and called out by Stacy, because I've said about, like, I feel really, really weird about people covers because they're so confrontational. And it's like, he's looking at me. He's looking at me, Mom. He's looking at me. And she remembers that. And she's like, but Sock, you said you preferred a discreet cover. But when you put it together with the word regret, it magically transforms. It's like those artists who do like collage, or they do painting, and then they just put that one word or that one phrase.
Yes.
Like René Magritte and Ceci n'est pas un pipe. This is not a pipe. It was like, no, it's not a pipe. It's a drawing of a pipe. And it really, really makes you think.
I love it. I'm thinking.
It interrogates all of my previous assumptions.
Listen
also,
to that.
I was too broke to get the right side done.
We need to have that quote. It interrogates all of my previous assumptions. Sock. I love it. Paige says, such a shame. Those tattoos should be on both arms. I'm thinking full sleeves going on.
Well, I'm wondering if that's like part of his growth as a character.
There it is. He gets the other sleeve. I tell you. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. So you are not going to believe this. I'm just going to tell you flat out. I have 8 authors that have come forward today with
Ooh.
videos. So I want to make sure, because I was like, we're doing it on the 13th. Yay. And so I want to make sure that I show off their incredible work. So we're going to go through. I have a few other titles. We'll see what we can get done, because I do have to only even like 30 minutes. So, but I think we can get through these. And if there's one that I don't talk about and there isn't a video, feel free to type in the comments if you want to learn more. I don't know if we'll have time to get to it, but we'll see. My priority is making sure that I honor these authors that have made these lovely videos for you. And we're going to do that this morning. So here we go. I am so excited. I know, right? 8. So yeah. Hello, Catherine. Good morning. So glad you could join us. You've come at a lovely time. You do need to go back at some point if you have time and see the fabulous interview with Christina Britton. I just adore her. She's amazing. But right now we're jumping in and we're talking about many, more than 8 recent releases that we're excited about. And many, many authors have come to talk to us about those via video. So let me get my slides. We've got Come and Get Your Glove by J.P. Sterling, for those of you that enjoy a good hockey romance. I know. I'm excited. That's wonderful. Paige says, love hearing the authors talk about their books. I know, it's so fun. It's so fun. And wait till you see some of these. I had the best time putting these together. Okie dokie. We've got Falling on a Duke by Stefany Nunes. I think I pronounced that. Well, you know what? She's going to pronounce it for you, because she's here via video and she'll say it better than I could anyway. So here we go. Let me get my thing. Oh, desktop. Hello. Okie dokie. At some point, I'm going to do this seamlessly.
This is Stefany Nunes, author of Falling on the Duke. Falling on the Duke is my first book translated to the English language. I'm a Brazilian writer. And here we have the story of Isabella and Benjamin. Isabella is a writer. She's dealing with a writer's block. She's a Brazilian living in London. And then suddenly she bumps into a hot duke from the 19th century. And Benjamin, 200 years earlier, he has a lot of problems. He has a sister that needs him. His brother died. He has a new title to take care of. And then he just wakes up in the 21st century. It's a cute, steamy story where there's an impossible love here because they're going to fall in love, and he has to go back to his time because his sister needs him. So what happens at the end, we're gonna have to read to find out.
Cute. It's a time travel. How about that for
Time traveler is the dude.
Yes. Oh, well, that's true.
But I mean, you still get points for time travel.
You still do. That's true. That's a good point. Good distinction there. But this looks so cute, and I'm so excited about it. And before I forget, all the authors, they even told me which links they were excited to have in my description box. So feel free to look everybody up in there when you want to learn more. So love that. And I'm so thankful she did a video for us. Emily says, Tuesdays are my favorite days of the week. New book releases. I know. I love it. And it's also the days of new DVDs, or not DVDs, I guess anymore, mostly streaming. Minecraft, the movie, came out today. So we've watched it twice already because we got up extra early so we could watch it twice. So yay. The guy's the one that travels. That's neat. Yeah, truly, truly. Okie dokie. We've also got Royal Rebel by Holly Carr. And it says Love and Landia. So it's part of a series. And we also have Up Close and Personal by Anna Holguin. I want to say she'll tell you how she pronounces it as we get to watch her video right now, which I'm really excited about. Okie dokie.
Hi, everyone. Anna Holguin here, and I'm the author of Up Close and Personal, my debut rom-com that just came out on April 29th, 2025 from Forever Grand Central. This is a contemporary romance set in New York City about a famous spin instructor and the jaded journalist who's assigned to cover her for his magazine. So if you like the celebrity or athlete romances, this is kind of a fun mashup of the two. And if you like a slow burn, dual point of view with a great friend group, sort of a summer romp of a read, but also touches on some meatier topics like mental health and how to navigate big changes and restlessness in your life, then you might enjoy this. So when Bea reached out and said she was going to be talking about it on our YouTube channel, I was just delighted. And so I'm happy to introduce you to the book. You can find Up Close and Personal wherever books are sold. And happy reading, friends.
Yay! And I actually had a chance to read this one, and I really, really enjoyed it. I feel like she encapsulates it perfectly the way that she describes it. So yeah, it's a great one.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Okie dokie. We also have Lady Impatience by Kate Archer. I love this cover.
She cannot even with your nonsense.
I know. Well said. I love it so much. Now, this is part of the Sweet Dreams series. Remember how they've started doing different, not imprints, but like
publisher series.
Sure. Okay, we'll go with that because better than anything I could think of. But there's the Sweet Dreams brand, if you will, within Dragon Blade, and that one is specifically closed door, sweet clean. So that is
gotcha.
one of these. Yeah, I know. They've also got like the opposite is the Flame series, or the Flame. It's not a series, but the Flame line, if you will. And this is the Sweet Dreams line. So she is not happy about that clock.
She's not happy with any of this.
No, she's not. Collections. Oh, I love that word, Terry. Good. Different collections. And this is the Sweet Dreams collection. So this one just came out recently. And again, if you want to learn more, if we have time, we can read more about this one in a minute. We also have Bold Moves by Emma Barry. And Emma Barry has graciously agreed to give us a video, which I think you're going to enjoy.
Hey everybody, my name is Emma Barry, and my most recent release is Bold Moves, which came out a couple of weeks ago. The pitch for the book is that you have this showrunner who is adapting his ex's memoir, and she's just absolutely shattered him back in high school, and now she's become like the bad girl of international chess. So she comes to his cabin in Virginia where they write the show, and then a little bit later they're going to film the show, and then they're going to promote the show. And against the sort of the backdrop of all of that, all of the secrets that tore them apart the first time are going to come out, and they're going to have to decide, have they grown up enough to be together, or are they going to get scuttled a second time? And of course, it's a romance. It's all going to work out well. But it's very angsty and very high heat, kind of like Taylor Swift meets sexy chess would sort of be my pitch for this one. And so if that sounds intriguing, I hope you'll check it out.
Excellent. I know. I am very intrigued. For sure. And you know what's funny, Sock? I was looking at this cover and I didn't realize until just recently that it's got, you've got the pieces, but then it's like they have a shadow.
Reflection.
Yeah.
The reflection is not a true reflection.
Isn't that funny?
It's a symbolic reflection.
Yes. And it's I hope she doesn't mind me bringing up another chess book. Where is it? Things are actually in order now, and I'm like, where is it? H. Okay. Oh, there we are. Boom. This was another chess book that I read. It sounds like Bold Moves is sort of similar. I gave this one 6 stars. This is Allie Hazel.
Well, that one though, I think they were younger.
They were. This is the YA.
This would be like if they weren't able to reconcile, and then they like 10 years later.
Yes, a second chance. As she said, high heat. This is not. But it's amazing how I love that she's the bad girl of international chess. I would not have believed until I'd read this that you could find. I mean, because I don't know enough about chess. That's my own personal fault. But books about chess can be really exciting. So I'm really eager to read this one. So lots of fun. Oops, now I'm making my tables move around. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Emma Barry's book cover looks so good. Oh, I know. Oh, so, although they missed an opportunity where one piece could be the queen and he could be the king. Too funny. Maybe that's explained in the book. You never know. But I love it. I never would have thought of that. Too funny. Oh gosh. Okie dokie. So let's see here. We've got, as I mentioned, Bold Moves by Emma Barry. We've also got Not a Chance in You Know What, in case there are sensitive ears listening. This is a
HE double hockey sticks.
There you go.
That's the mature way to phrase it.
That's right. And so anyway, but this is, I can't remember how many books Emily E.K. Murdoch is putting. She wanted to do a video, but she's on holiday, as she says. right now. So I'm going to hit her up because I think there's going to be like 20 books or something in this series. It's a lot. And this is the latest. So I'll ask her when she does another one if she could do a little video for us, because
nice.
She wanted to, but she's busy. But yeah, I've heard great things about the the Chances series. So yeah, this one looks good. If we want, we can try to. I love her flippin' dress. Yes, very stunning, truly. We also have Greek Secret by
We talked about this before, but you have something from Francesca Catlow?
Yes, I do. I was so thrilled. Yes, bless her heart. She was so busy. She had many things going on, many irons in the fire, as they say, and she still found some time to give us a video. So I'm so thrilled that we can celebrate her. And again, mentioning some of the things going on this summer, you referenced the passport and all of that. This might come up again. So just kind of throwing out a little tidbit there, and I'll be dropping some more hints as we get further into May. But yeah, this is exciting. I'll just say that this book is going to be potentially talked about later. Okie dokie. Let me go share my screen. Okay, here. Nope, that's not it. Okay. I have this fear that I'm going to okay, no video. I know what I want to do. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, here we are. Now that I've ruined it. All right, let's just listen to Francesca.
Hi, I'm Francesca Catlow, and this is my latest novel, Greek Secret. It's about Ruby and her journey to Corfu to work for her aunt while she's in recovery from a past relationship. It's on a dual timeline, and Ruby has never told anyone how her past relationship really ended. It's all about secrets and Greece. So if you like a beach read with romance and some emotional twists and turns, then you will love Greek Secret.
It sounds so good. I'm just so excited. Okay, you'll see what I mean later in a couple weeks. You'll see. This is exciting. Yeah. Sock winking. I love it. I love it so much. And I'm so grateful that she was able to make us that video, even though she's a very busy lady. So that was very kind of her. So we've got, as we see, and this cover, isn't this just
I love that cover. It's just
good. I would want to get this book just to display it, just to give me those vibes.
Yeah.
You know? I tell you. We also have The Trouble with
Love.
That's
a fun cover.
I know, right? Isn't this precious? It reminds me of I Love Lucy. It says quirky, charming, and laugh out loud funny. It's Rosemary Dunn's The Trouble with Love. Is loneliness worth the price of freedom? We might find out. We also have, oh my gosh, I love this one. Okay, so I would never have known. How would you say her name, just out of curiosity?
Cerise DeLand.
Oh, that's very good. All right, I'll let you hear her as she pronounces it.
Cerise means cherry.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Oh, and you know what? I'm jumping past some comments here. I want to go back here. Summer vibes. You got that right. And then right here, I love The Trouble with Love is so cute. It really does look precious. If we have time, we might have to talk more about that one too. But yes, let's hear our author talk about Lie Down with the Lion, and she's going to even tell you a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, there we are. Great.
Hi there, Cerise DeLand here. I am tickled to be here. I was very honored to be asked to come and talk about my latest release and my latest series. My latest release is Lie Down with the Lion, which is part of Dragon Blade's Lion's Den series. And of course, like all the others, it's an arranged marriage. But it's an arranged marriage that has a few wrinkles, because not all arranged marriages are meant to be. So I hope you're going to read it, Lie Down with a Lion. And my latest series is titled Scarlet Affairs, and it features an extraordinary cast of people who are all spies, men, women. It is everything you ever could imagine in a series. It's romance, of course, but it's action adventure. It's travel. It's it's mystery, and of course, for the romance, it's slow burn and sometimes unrequited love. I do hope you're going to give it a go. The first one is called Lord Ashley's Alibi, and the second one is Lord Ramsay's Red-Headed Ruin, and you must read that to see why he's ruined. Okay, thank you for letting me come today. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye.
I adore her.
Travel.
Isn't she
I
great?
hope their passports are up to date.
Oh, Sock, you're getting me so excited. I love it. Yes, more
I don't even know what it's about. I don't know anything more than anybody else except you.
You're gonna be so happy. I'll just say that. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. Yes, I love it. And I love that she came on and gave that whole speech. It was just wonderful. Just wonderful. So lots of fun. And I do love a good spy. We also have Summer in a Bottle by Annie Raines, which I love this cover. It's so cute. And I love it. We've got it looks like a handyman there helping her while she's tipping it over. Oh, anyway, looks really cute. And then we also have Marina Adair's Love to Hate You, and she graciously came on as well. So now we're going to get to hear from Marina Adair.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marina Adair, and I'm a New York Times bestselling author, and I'm here today to talk about my new release, Love to Hate You, which I'm super excited about and can't wait to tell you more about. But before that, let's get to know each other a little bit. So I live in North Carolina. We just relocated there after spending my entire life in California. And I have to say the people are so nice and welcoming and friendly. My neighbor brought over fresh baked cookies right out of the oven the first night we moved in because they wanted us to have a sweet treat to welcome us to the neighborhood. So I'm absolutely loving it here. And when I'm not writing, I'm hanging with my little buddy, Biggie Smalls. Say hi, Biggie. He's a little camera shy. So before I became an author, I was an avid reader, and I still am. And I have 3 must-read authors for you. First one, Emily Henry. No one does characters like Emily Henry. She's phenomenal. You're going to fall in love with them from page 1. Number 2, Tessa Bailey, queen of banter. Hysterical, sexy, funny. You got to check her out. And of course, number 3, one of my go-to authors of all time, Jill Shalvis. No one does alpha males with the gooey inside quite like Jill. But the book that inspired me the most was Mr. Dark and Dangerous by the fabulous Donna Allward. If you haven't read it, check it out. And I remember finishing this book before I had started writing even a word of my own manuscript. And I looked at my husband, I was sobbing. And I said, I want to make people feel the way that I feel right now. The next day, I started writing my very first romance novel. It was called Promise Me You. And I ended up landing my agent, selling my first book, and my career's just taken off. And I have to say, I've had a lot of different careers in my past, including a competitive cheerleading coach. And I have to say, this is the best career I've ever had. So what is this book about? Well, you could tell by the title, Love to Hate You. It's Enemies to Lovers, and it's a juicy one. Ooh. Enemies to Lovers has to be one of my favorite tropes, and this one was so much fun to write. I wanted to pay homage to Nora Ephron, who's got to be one of the best screenwriters of all time, and 1990s rom-coms, because that's what I grew up on. So I took a heroine who owns a romance and beach reads bookstore, and I paired her against a big billionaire boardroom barracuda, total alphas as they get, and he opens up a big bookstore next door. They do pranks on each other, from having her dog walk across the wet concrete in front of his store. He ends up having her precious car towed, and it launches into this big bookstore war. The only thing that my heroine has that's making her sane is she knows she's going away for her family's summer vacation, and it's at the beach. So she shows up ready to relax, read some books, run in the sand, splash in the water. And her sister shows up with 2 + 1s, her new boyfriend and her boyfriend's half-brother, who happens to be, you guessed it, the
No.
billionaire next door.
Stop.
Anyways, it has all of the great tropes that you're going to love. Enemies to lovers, adversaries, hot neighbor, one bed, all of the great ones. So you should totally check it out.
I love it so much.
That was a very concentrated and comprehensive video.
Yes.
All she had to do was say what candle to burn while you read it, and it would have been
an interview.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know, and she sent this, I was so thankful she sent this last minute, so I hadn't had a chance to watch all of this. Other than some of these I get to watch at least the beginning, and I've helped with some of the editing, but this one I had not yet had a chance to see all the way through. So, oh my gosh, this was really fun to see. And oh my gosh, I didn't realize she went to all that detail. It was
she hit all the highlights.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Oh my gosh. I love it. Yeah, she would be a great interview person. I love it. Yeah, this is a great video.
Yeah.
And I adore Marina's dog. So fun. So fun. Yeah, she did an amazing job. Okie dokie. So let's keep this train a rolling here. We've got Love to Hate You. We also have My Best Friend's Honeymoon by Meryl Wilsner. They'll give her anything she wants as long as she asks for it. I don't know what that means, but that's
I'm intrigued by the use of they. Do we have a non-binary monarch, or do we have a why choose situation? Either way, I am into it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Because the other thing that's confusing to me about this cover is we've got bathing suits, but they're also wearing bathing suits.
Well, they're on one of those huts that's like directly over the water. You're going to have more than one bathing suit.
Okay, that's true. Okay, that's a good
I mean, that's like all you're going to wear for the entire time you're there is bathing suits. What, are you not going to have more than one? What are you, a farmer?
Sock, you know I love it when you bring that up. What is it? What am I, a farmer? After 6 p.m.? Kristen says, do we have another stamp on our passport this summer? Oh, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. I'm doing a terrible job keeping this a secret. I will reveal all very soon. We also have the Single Dad's Guide to Recreation by Karen Gray. And Karen Gray has graciously created a video for us to see all about it. Let's take a look.
Hello, my romance reading friend. Thanks to Bee for inviting me to come on and talk about my brand new book. My name is Karen Gray, and I am an author of rom-coms. This is my cat, Newton, who is here because there's a very special cat in my brand new book, which is called The Single Dad's Guide to Recreation. This is a small town, steamy rom-com. It's the very first book in a new series I call Welcome to Climax, set in an fictional upstate New York town called Climax. There is an upstate New York town called Climax, but this is not the same town. This is the one I made up. It mostly takes place at the Parks and Rec department, so there is a Parks and Rec vibe to the story. And the premise of the book started with, I thought, what if there was a guy, a widower, who had 2 small children that he was a little bit overwhelmed by, and he ended up in this small town and falls in love with a woman who loves kids, works with kids, is great with kids, but can't have kids of her own. And this story came out of this. It's also, like I said, the first book in a new series, but it's a spin-off of a multi-author shared world series that I had a delightful time creating last year called Farm to Forking, set in Fork Lick, New York, just down the road from Climax. And the hero of this book makes a brief cameo appearance in my book called For Fork's Sake in that book. And they talk about the town of Climax. So I thought, why not set a series in Climax? And this is the first book. I would love to give away to you all to welcome you to Climax one of these bookmarks, one of these stickers. And the winner would also get an ebook of the book that I could send to you. If you want to buy the book, you can get it wherever books are sold, but you can get a signed copy plus said bookmark and sticker from my Shopify store, KarenGrayBooks.com. Cat not included, but I wanted to share this book, The School for Cats, which is part of a lovely series, children's book series, is the favorite book of the little girl. And the plot of this book is very important to the plot of The Single Dad's Guide to Recreation. So this was a really fun inspiration, but also source of research for me. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Again, thanks to Bea for having me, and I hope you have a wonderful day of reading. Bye.
Wasn't that great?
From farm to forking, and that's no bullshit. A little bit of good place humor.
Yeah, truly. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And we'll get to do the giveaway in just a moment. So you know what? As we go through the last of these, there may only be one more. I'm trying to remember. Go ahead and put yourself in this chat. Say I'm in, or put me in, or whatever, and we'll do the giveaway in just a moment. Ebook, sticker, and bookmark from the fabulous Karen Gray. How lovely!
Quick update: a couple of people went. Terry and somebody else, Emily, went and looked it up, and it is NB character. It's a non-binary character.
Yes.
So yeah, cool beans.
Yes.
Yeah, Emily and Sherry both looked that up for us. So cool beans.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for looking into it, because white shoes is great, but non-binary, you don't see that quite as often. And so I'm pretty excited to read it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, very rare. In fact, what's funny? There's an Ashley Poston. We're going to be starting Ashley Poston. Our Abby Jimenez group is going to be doing Ashley Poston coming up in a couple months. And in the Dead Romantics, she has a secondary character who's non-binary. And I think that was the first time I personally had read a secondary character.
I can't remember the name of the book, but I think there is an Anita Kelly book that has an NB character. An NB lead. Yeah.
Yes. There's Something Wild and Wonderful. That's the second book in the series. And I read the third one and I thought it was fantastic. And of course, I can't remember the title of the book. Oh, there's a thumbs up. Thank you, computer. But yes, the first book in that series by Anita Kelly features a non-binary character who you get to see again and again throughout the series.
Well, and they get their own romance.
Yes, they have their own romance in the very first one. Yes. Yes. Oh, Emily's in for the giveaway. Stacy is as well. Okay, this might be really easy. You got a 50-50 shot. Okie dokie. Let me double check and make sure before we do Gold Coast Dilemma by Nana Malone. This cover, so gorgeous. Angel is in as well. Excellent. And the Sister Switch. Okay, we're going to get to see a video. I think this is our last one. Charlotte Butterfield's The Sister Switch. She has graciously given us a video talking about this book. It looks really fun. So let's take a peek at that. And you still have some time to enter the giveaway for Karen Gray's book and swag as we watch this video.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Butterfield and I am the author of The Sister Switch. I'd like to thank Bea for inviting me on this morning and for discussing my book. I think this is such a fantastic forum. Every mama needs romance. And as a mama myself, I very much need to be reading romance and uplifting stories, which I hope you'll find The Sister Switch is. So this story is about two sisters who are identical twins, and they look identical, but they couldn't be more different in their personalities. So they bicker constantly and have done since childhood. So they just really don't understand each other. They're also agony aunts on morning television. And so you can imagine that the producers thought this was absolute television gold, having these sisters that look absolutely identical but have such differing viewpoints. And so they constantly argue and give the viewers sort of different advice to each other. Then their relationship hits a bit of a sort of a real rocky phase where they're just arguing all the time, and they decide to switch places for a week to really experience the other's life. But they don't tell their husbands or their kids or the television viewers. And so they make the swap. And I loved writing these bits where they sort of suddenly plonk themselves into their sisters' marriages and their sisters' families. So lots of sort of comedy moments where they sort of realise what their brother-in-law is really like to live with. And lots of kind of comedy moments where obviously, you know, landing in someone else's marriage has its own complications. So lots of funny bits there. I really loved writing this. I've got two sisters myself. And I think it's sort of part of human experience, isn't it? To think, oh, what is that person's life like? So I absolutely loved kind of inventing these two characters that were so different, but ultimately, you know, at their core had the same sort of values and same outlook, which is really good. No spoilers, but it's just an uplifting, fun read, but also looks at hopefully the message that is the grass greener, or is it better to actually sometimes fall back in love with your own life? But thank you for having me on, and I hope you all enjoy the chat about the book. Take care.
Isn't that wonderful? I love that sentiment. I definitely want to read this. I actually just got goosebumps. How much fun. Okie dokie. I wish we could just have way more time, but guess what? We are running low on time. So what we're going to do, we are going to share the screen. We're going to the Wheel of Names, which has no names right now because I'm going to add them. If I remember correctly, we have Stacy. We have Angel Wolf, which I can't spell apparently. We have, who else? We have Emily, right? Emily. Kristen, I think. Is that everybody? It is. Okay. All right, guys. Good luck. I'm excited. This will be fun. Okay, everyone, here we go. Stacy. Wonderful. Okie dokie, Stacy. So you have won a bookmark, a sticker, and the ebook by Karen Gray, which I think will be so fun. It's a hoot and a half, I think. So I will be getting in touch with you. I'll make sure that the author gets your information. Oh, look, everybody's so lovely. They're like, congratulations, Stacy. My email, or you can message me on Instagram, but this is my email, so you can email me with your information. I guess I'll have your email when you email me, but then also I know she's going to want to send you your sticker and your bookmark. So if you want, I could even just forward your email to the author herself, and then you guys can sort it out. So I'm excited. I think that'll be great. Yes. Oh, look at everybody. So lovely. Yay, Stacy. I love it. Oh, wait, no, it's not a tie. Kristen. Everything else is always a tie. It's true. I love it. I married a single dad, so this is close to my heart. Stacy, oh, I love it so much. Oh, and I think he's going to love that.
I got a special message just for Silly.
Oh, I love
Found it on my scavenger hunt at the library.
Get out. Oh, I love it. Awesome. Okie dokie. Well, Sock,
yes.
Would you like to tell us your plug? I can't. Where are the words?
Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow on Bargain Counter Argument on YouTube, I am doing the productivity reading, napping, whatever sprints, co-hosted by Abby Jean, and you won't regret it.
I love it.
You know that book's going to come up during that stream too. So for some of you, it'll be like the third time because it came up in last night's live show. So yeah, that's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Perfect. And then also, I have a little bit of an announcement. We have a change. Normally we meet on Fridays, but actually I had to switch it because I'm trying, my daughter, as I said, she's done in 2 weeks from preschool. So I'm trying to get all my doctor's appointments in. And the only thing they could give me was Friday. And so the fabulous Elizabeth O'Rourke, who has a new release coming out on Thursday, actually. This is just a few of her examples. She's going to be joining us on Thursday at 9:30. So we hope you can join. I'm so grateful to her for being so willing.
If you're still okay with it, I can do that too.
I love that.
And that works out for me great because I'm having my mammogram on Friday. Early detection is key, everyone. And I was a little worried that I'd be late, but now I don't need to worry about it.
I'm also doing the exact same thing.
Early mammogram twinsies. Our twins are twins.
I hope you enjoyed the TMI, everyone. I mean, I thought, well, what are the chances? I have to share that. So there we are.
What are the chances? Okay, and I think I'm probably going to upload the video that I recorded during the stream pretty soon. Great. Just need to give it a little polish and put it up.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining.
You can always subscribe to see that if you want. Bargain counter argument or not, I am not the boss of you.
Absolutely. Take care, everyone. So great to see you. And we look forward to seeing you hopefully on Sock's channel on Wednesday and on mine on Thursday. So yay. Nice. Oh, and tomorrow night, I have the fabulous Giovanna Siniscalchi. She's going to be coming on. So
I don't think I'm going to be able to make that myself, but I'm sure everybody, she's always a good time. So
she's amazing. Yeah. So anyway, okay, everyone take care.